Speaking of nap, what do you think is the healthy minutes to nap?
Minutes?
Minutes.
Oh my gosh, it's 2 hours, like 20
Yeah.
minutes?
Yeah.
That's a nap?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
There's a big epidemic now with sleep.
People not sleeping?
Yeah.
I
One
didn't
in
see it.
3 adults have fewer than 7 hours. And 40% have fewer than 6 hours of sleep. That's almost half of the population.
You think social media is a huge part of that? Yeah. Do
Because
that?
your brain actually takes time to needs time to unwind.
Yeah.
You can't just be in bed and be like,
Yeah.
okay, like
Yeah.
sleep.
It's-
Rick, right
yeah.
now, if I don't have that 7 hours, I feel that hour difference.
Yeah.
Women needs like 9 hours.
Yeah.
When you say nap, you're not supposed to do a 2-hour nap.
But I don't think I could do 30 minutes. I would.
Viewers, we can. Yes, definitely. Can I have my coffee? Okay, my comfort coffee. Thank you so much. Did you get some sleep today?
Actually, yes, I did. I slept well, actually, for the first time. I think I finally turned myself around. So,
Oh, for after your trip. How many hours did you get?
went to bed around 10. Woke up at 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Oh, that's 8.5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Is that your good and average?
No, I usually
What
sleep
is your
very
average?
late. Maybe 11 or 12. Maybe 7 hours. I usually sleep between 11 or 12, and then wake up at 6. But I will lay around, scroll on social media, that type of thing.
You're supposed to give your hour like 1 hour before bed and not look at the screen.
Do you actually do
Because
that?
your brain actually takes time to needs time to unwind.
Yeah.
You can't just be in bed and be like,
Yeah,
okay, like
Yeah.
sleep.
it's really bad.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll literally keep doing it, like fighting the sleep. And then I'll get to a point where it's like, Jen, just go to bed. And then I'll put my phone under my pillow, which I'm pretty sure is bad too.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
That's a problem.
There's so much like you're not supposed to. And like there's studies about it, right?
Yeah.
But no, I don't have, thank God, I don't have problems sleeping. The only time I have issues sleeping is like when you work shift. So when we have to flip from days to nights.
Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is like any flips that I do, it takes me like a
Yes.
couple days to actually recover.
Yeah.
Right, Anna? Do you have the same problem?
Yeah. So so when you're on days, like when you haven't done a night yet and you're like your regular schedule, 'cause it's kind of hard. I'm doing quotes because you're a shift worker.
You're not anymore. Ooh,
I still am.
So from like once every what? 4 months?
Yeah, but like you're still on call. So sometimes I work at night.
That's true.
Even though like nobody really stays in the clinic.
True.
But it's just not often. But like, so on a regular day for you, how long do you get to sleep at night?
Oh, I have no problem. Like if I'm not working,
Yeah.
I can sleep for 7 to 8. Like I have good sleep.
Like good sleep, right? Yeah.
My husband says I can put you over there and you can
You still sleep.
snore. Yeah.
I love that.
I don't have issues sleeping. It's
That's
the
good.
shift that
Yes. Yes.
unfortunately
Yeah.
there's a big epidemic now with sleep.
People not sleeping.
Yeah.
You think social media is a huge part of that? Yeah.
It's only
Yeah.
There's a lot. We've looked at some studies here.
Yeah.
A decade ago,
Okay.
hear this. A decade ago, 35% of the population. This is actually a study in the States, though, not in Canada.
Okay.
There's 35% have less than 6 hours of sleep. That's significant.
That's a lot of people.
That's 10 years ago. I'm gonna tell you the current
like
one.
what it is now.
40% would nod off during the day.
Okay.
40% would nod off during the day. That's like almost half of the population, right?
Okay.
5% would nod off while driving.
I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
Like driving home from night shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Jen was like,
Like what is it?
1 in 3 adults have fewer than 7 hours of sleep.
That's a lot.
1 in 3, meaning
Like a third of the
between me and you
population.
and Limers have that issue, population-wise.
Yeah, that's a
Right?
third of the
And 40% have fewer than 6 hours of sleep. That's almost half of the population.
I could see that the fewer than, because for the longest time I I used to think like my threshold was like, oh, even if I slept for 5 hours, it's fine. I didn't do it often, but it was very common.
What, like sleeping 5 hours?
Yeah, because like if I had work and there was something coming up that I really wanted to do, I would just, oh, I'll just sleep less. I was also younger. Like I can't do that now.
Yeah, no.
Like it's just not compatible with my body. But
Yeah. Like right now, if I don't have that 7 hours, let's just say like I do my 6. I feel that hour difference.
yeah,
Yeah, it's real.
yeah,
So children are supposed to have 9 to 10 hours of sleep, believe it or not.
9 to 10.
9 to 10 hours, and adults is obviously 7 to 9. They said 7 to 9, but average is 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So
Yes, children. That's what sorry, when you first said it, I was thinking like us, but children 9 to 10 does make sense.
yeah, they have
I
to
was
sleep more.
I was quite surprised. 7 to 9 for adults, because I feel like for the longest time it's been preached. Oh, 8 hours of sleep. I mean, it's like in between, but
Yeah. And they said that women needs like 9 hours.
yes, because
Did you hear
of
that?
our cycle.
Cycle.
Yeah, and hormones and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And we should do a thing about that.
and like we need like sleep in general. Look at all the stuff we have to do.
Yeah.
Not saying men don't need
It's
the
just-
rest,
it's
but
just
it's just
different.
more
Yeah,
responsibility. I find,
and we
with women.
respond to stress differently than men too.
Yes.
Like we need to disassociate because we're always connected to the things around us. Whereas I feel like
Yeah.
it's easier for men to disassociate
Because they're just.
yes.
Yeah.
Whereas women, we tend to be connected to everything around us, everything in our world. We are attached to it emotionally. So yeah, I read somewhere like women really ideally should nap in the middle of the day because
But who has time for that? Oh.
there's no time for napping.
Speaking of nap, what do you think is the healthy minutes to nap?
Minutes.
Minutes. It's
Like,
minutes.
Is it minutes? Oh my gosh, it's 2 hours. Like, is that a nap anymore?
What?
20
Yeah.
minutes?
Yeah.
That's a nap?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Anna Limers is right. So 20 to 30 minutes is, and then if anything past that, you will have trouble sleeping at night. Because you go into REM. Yes, you go into REM.
Oh, that's true. But I don't think I could do 30 minutes. I would.
But no,
But
it's
isn't
not
that like a
considered
power?
sleep.
What's a power nap then?
A power nap is 20, 30 minutes.
Then
You
what's
can
a
do
nap?
15. Like some people do 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But when you say nap, you're not supposed to do a 2 hour nap. Have you heard of cat naps? Anna's like laughing over it. Have you heard of cat naps?
I've heard of
They're
them.
like freaking quick. Like, I don't know, 2 minutes.
That's a cat nap?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how long.
I
They
thought
just
cat
made
naps
that
were
up.
longer because, cats are so lazy.
I don't know. Did you know, fun fact, Kim Kardashian can nap for 5 minutes without an alarm. She'll just tell herself to nap. Because she's so overworked, she's trained herself to do 5-minute power naps without any alarm clock. She'll just wake up. I don't know how the hell she did that. I found that in one interview.
I don't know how I feel about that information, but that's weird.
That is weird.
5 minutes?
Because we all have like an internal, I don't know what it is. Anyways, I don't know why I brought that up.
No, but it's interesting. I don't know. 5 minutes, no alarm, and you're legitimate tired.
But her schedule's also packed, right? Like you would think like somebody like her in her prime, like she has no time. I was watching this documentary where it's like back to back interviews, photo shoot, all that stuff. It's like I just need 5 minutes. She'll nap and then 5 o'clock I'm ready
It's
to
like
go.
literally just like a shut eye.
Yeah.
But was it really a nap though?
I don't know.
Right?
I have to send you that. It was so weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's,
Interestingly, chronic lack of sleep will lead to, Jen, what's the first one?
it was like lack of sleep.
Literally.
Literally lack of sleep.
Hypertension, diabetes, weight gain, anxiety, depression, hormone changes, and you're more prone to colds.
Yes, it messes with your immune system. Yeah.
And if you can't fix that, it can lead to stroke and heart attack.
That makes sense.
Unfortunately, I have had known people who had 3 jobs in the past and would sleep for like 3 hours, like in their early 30s, and actually, unfortunately, passed away.
Yeah.
Because of overwork and not sleeping.
Yeah, I've heard stories about that too. It's unfortunate because it's like so avoidable. And in our 30s, I feel like maybe in your 20s you can maybe get away with it, but yeah, I don't think I could do those things anymore.
No.
In my 30s, no.
No, you'll feel the
It's
difference.
rough.
It's
Yeah.
so rough. It's like you're drunk.
Yeah, because if you're feeling that 1 hour less, if you sleep 6 hours, now you want to have 3 jobs.
I
That's
can't.
begging for it.
So please just evaluate. Do
Yeah,
you
like-
really need those 3? I mean, I can't. I don't know people's situation. Everyone's
Yeah.
struggle is different, but is it worth it?
Yeah, that's what I was
Like,
gonna-
is it
Is
right?
it worth the risk?
Right? And
Yeah.
then also to think about like insulin sensitivity. So lack of sleep will trigger insulin sensitivity,
Oh,
which will cause
yes.
diabetes.
Insulin resistance, yeah.
Insulin
Yeah.
resistance.
And cortisol.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's part of the hormone. When we go to sleep, our cortisol levels actually go down.
Yeah.
With the right amount of sleep, it increases our testosterone, which gives us the energy, right?
Yeah.
So these are science-based stuff, right? Like our melatonin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
With the insulin you said,
Mm-hmm.
is that why also infertility rate has been high?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in line with like PCOS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our manager just asked us if insulin sensitivity. We just voluntold her.
By
She's our
force.
manager.
Yes.
If it causes infertility, there's definitely a link to that, and we can't get into the nitty gritty. Like there's just so much kind of
Yeah.
domino effect.
And this
Yeah.
is like repeated. This is chronic, right? This is like repeated offense of like sleep deprivation, overworking yourself and all that. But like short term, I just wouldn't encourage it. I feel like also too, I say that too because of my age. I feel like I wouldn't encourage long periods of sleep deprivation after the age of 30 because your body's just not the same.
I feel like it's hard if the lifestyle you've lived, whether you chose it or not.
Oh, for sure.
Because if you have responsibilities stack upon responsibilities, like people put their sleep last. It's like, no, I gotta go to work, right? So like it's one of those things where like you can't just, you have to reevaluate your entire
Everything.
life
Yeah.
and just, kind of look at your priorities.
And your support system.
Yes.
Right.
Which goes back to episode.
Which was it? I don't even know.
Oh, there's so many, guys. I mean, there's just so many.
Oh, I think we were
episodes.
talking about stress.
Yes,
It was the episode
that
about
one.
stress. Yeah.
Now, melatonin, as we know, is part of our circadian rhythm, which only gets triggered when it's dark.
Yes.
So going back to what we're talking about, looking at your screen before going to bed, your mind is confused. Are you sleeping? What are you doing? So if you're on a screen, like
Yeah.
before you sleep, that stops your melatonin to come out
Yes.
because
Because of
it
the
comes
blue
out in
light.
darkness.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
As soon as the sun goes down, your melatonin
Is released.
gets
Yeah.
gets released.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it's funny, like even at work, I remember when I just started working and like you'll go around and do your med pass and give them melatonin, but the bed, the overbed light is
It's
still on
open.
and they're not sleeping and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I gave you your pills though. Why aren't you
Hopefully.
sleeping? Meanwhile, yeah.
Right?
And there's have you ever taken the supplements, melatonin supplements?
No, it doesn't. I don't do
doesn't-
well with it.
Yeah. What do you mean by do well?
It feels like I'm half asleep.
Oh,
I don't go to
that's
REM.
creepy. Yeah.
I don't like the feeling. Some people have nightmares.
Yes.
That's why some doctors are hesitant to actually order melatonin.
Yeah.
First, they said it's not regulated. It's a naturally occurring.
Oh, because it's a multivitamin. It's sold as
yeah, but
Yeah.
apparently it's not I'm not entirely sure why, but
like over the counter, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
a lot
over
of-
the counter.
A lot of them are not regulated.
But yeah, no, I take magnesium, bisglycinate.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that, and it works perfectly good for
Guys.
you.
It's like I found a life hack. Because not only it relaxes your smooth muscle,
Yeah.
it like 5 minutes into bed, I'm just like,
You just like melt into the bed.
Yeah.
I have to
I
try.
love it.
Yeah, I have to try that.
Some people don't like it. It's very harsh in the stomach, but you have to purchase magnesium bisglycinate. Some people used to spray and put it on their feet.
Oh.
But you can no, like I'll show you the one I have. It's so good.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by any means, but
No, we're just the life of a shift worker.
yes. Weight gain. There's a big link to obesity.
Weight gain?
Yeah.
Yeah,
50 plus.
especially
Again,
with the cortisol. Yeah. Yeah.
50% of obesity is linked to lack of sleep,
Yeah, that would make sense.
and 89% in children.
That's kind of sad.
That is very high, isn't it?
For kids,
Mm-hmm.
that's very high.
And then also with mental health, depression is like
Yep.
90% of the population with depressive moods actually have lack of sleep.
Yes.
So those are pretty major.
Yeah, because it's
Stuff.
it's important for regulating your hormones. And if you already have like chronic disruption because of like mental health issues, trauma or anything like that, it's really just gonna like put
not
you at a
gonna-
higher risk. Yeah. To allow you to get back to center. And apparently you can, what did they call it? Sleep debt. There was this doctor that did research. I forgot his name.
Oh.
Did you see that when
Debt? Sleep
yeah,
debt?
sleep debt. Yeah, like when you have sleep deprivation, like how do you catch up? So yeah, so they did some research and they suggested if you find yourself, because like people are like, oh, I just can't catch up because I didn't sleep for ABC. So if you sleep less than 39 hours in a span of a week, that's considered sleep deprivation.
Okay.
And in order to correct that, they suggest sleeping an extra 3 to 4 hours over a weekend, and then you sleep.
Wait,
and
how
then
many hours?
less than 39. So think of like a 40-hour work week.
Yeah.
Monday to Friday, you work 8 hours a day for 40 hours. So if you sleep less than 39 hours a week, that's already short because that's 8 hours every day for 5 days, and we're not including the weekend yet.
Right.
Right. So you're already like in sleep debt. So in order to correct that, they suggest over the weekend, I think this was based on 9 to 5ers. Over the weekend, you sleep an extra 3 to 4 hours each day over the weekend. And then the following week, you try and get an extra 1 to 2 hours every day of that week. And that should correct you. So you should be able to like sleep and waking up more with more energy. Like irritability is gone. You're not having, like when you're tired, you tend to eat more, and like
True.
constantly hungry.
True.
So that also is corrected. Like all the little thing that adds up to like the chronic detriments of like chronic sleep deprivation. And
Stack up.
it stacks up.
Yeah.
And then if you don't correct it, you have to. The remedy needs to go on longer than just a week's worth of correction. Yeah, I didn't know
It's
there was
serious
such thing.
stuff.
Yeah, because you always hear that. I never thought you could catch up, but apparently, you can.
Yeah, which is a good thing, right?
Yeah,
But
no,
like
that's good.
whether
It's
that
positive.
will be followed or not is another thing.
Or even achievable, because if you're already
Yeah.
sleeping less, there's a reason,
That's true.
right? And it's like, oh, so now you have to sleep longer. You weren't even, you didn't have time to sleep enough.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're not engineered to. We have this internal, they call it the circadian rhythm, our internal clock that regulates our sleep and alertness. So like we're meant to sleep at night
Yes. Yeah.
and be awake during the day.
Yes.
So imagine disrupting that.
Yeah.
Right. That there's a reason why the sun goes down. And
Yeah.
But other stuff too that you can take into consideration is like your caffeine intake.
Ooh.
They said not to have any caffeine. Look at me drinking caffeine at like 3 p.m.
The shakes.
having the shake and having nervous breakdowns. So caffeine intake shouldn't go past 1 to 2 p.m. Like you shouldn't have any more caffeine intake
Oh,
after that.
wow.
It will help you tremendously. Eating too close to bedtime.
Oh, that one I know.
That one, you know?
Yeah, because I say I know because when I eat late, the indigestion.
The indigestion.
And I eat late a lot.
The GERD.
The GERD girds.
And you can't sleep.
you
Anna,
can't
do you have
sleep.
the same problem?
Shift work, we get home by 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Then we eat and go to bed.
Yeah, literally.
I feel like we should eat before we even get home.
Some people do that. They take a break
Like
at
at 5
6 p.m.
o'clock,
Yeah,
6
like,
o'clock
like
a.m.
6.
I mean,
Units have that.
No, it's not feasible
no,
necessarily. No,
because
I
then it's hard to
mean,
sleep.
in the real,
When
in
you're full.
the ideal world, I shouldn't say real world because we're in the real world. In an ideal world, it'd be nice to have. Well, technically, we're supposed to take a third break, right? A shorter break.
Ideally,
In the evening, but it's not
it's
feasible.
not feasible.
No.
What do you set your room temperature at? What do you think is the ideal room temperature when sleeping?
For me, I think 20 is nice. I like it a little bit
20 is
cooler,
nice. Yeah.
and then I like to warm myself.
It sounds cooler than it is, but your body actually needs that temperature to
Oh,
fall.
wow, I didn't know that.
18 to 22 Celsius.
Oh,
So my husband, when he goes home, he'll set the AC so that it's ready for when he's in bed.
it's a nice feeling.
He's so
though.
passionate about his, like, holy shit. No, but like, you know, when you go in the bed and it's like you just put your blanket over,
Yeah, and
it's
it's
like nice
cool.
and cool.
Yeah.
But you ever wake up when it's so warm, sweaty?
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's hard to sleep. Like, even if it gets hot in the middle of the night, you toss and turn the entire time. Do you ever find that when it's too hot?
Yeah.
You're constantly tossing.
You need to have the right temperature.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're so like it has to be the right environment. Like, yo, everything has to be right in
like
order
your
to fall
body-
asleep.
Yeah, like your body's own mechanism. Like, I don't like this. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
And I like to sleep with a fan. Do you like a fan?
I love the fan. I love white noise.
Oh,
I
white noise
love
is
rain.
nice. The thunderstorms.
The thunderstorms. Or you know how some people just put the TV in the background?
Yeah,
And just
I can't because
like-
I dream. Sometimes I'll dream what's happening on the
Oh.
TV, and it's not necessarily bad, but like I find it disruptive because because I am aware within the dream that it's the TV because I can hear it. But the white noise, it just, or sometimes rain sounds on the tin roof. That was like back home.
That's my. Oh my god. That's back home.
That's back home when it rains and it hits the roof, and you're like,
Yes.
oh, this pitter patter is very nice.
Oh yeah, like proven, trusted way. Like I would
Researched.
just put, like, get an Amazon white noise thing and just put it in the background.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just like calms you down.
it's very
right?
calming.
And then people have bedtime routines.
You definitely have one, don't you? I feel like I talked about this.
Do I? If I'm not working the next day, I would like have a nice warm shower. Read instead of being on
Social
the
media,
Instagram.
yeah.
I don't do it all the time, but like ideally, in real
Like
like,
the world.
because you take time. It takes time to relax and wind down. Essential oils, maybe.
Do you
Stretch.
spray yourself before you go to bed?
Lavender, yeah.
Like not with perfume, just like.
No, just
but
like
you do
essential
like to
oil.
smell nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Sometimes I'll spray my body spray, and then get in the bed and.
Yeah, or like your pillow, like
Yes.
just spritz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like there's another stuff with like routines and stuff. We should do an episode about like morning routine and bed
And
routine
bedtime routine.
and bedtime routine.
Yeah,
Blackout
bedtime.
curtains too are
Oh,
good
I
for
love
shift
them.
workers. Do you have
Yes.
one?
I have one. I use it sometimes just because. But I usually will leave it open if I know like I have something to do in the morning and I know it's a struggle to wake up early, so that the sun can come in. But usually I use it.
It's so good,
Yeah.
especially for a shift worker. You don't want to have the sun blazing on your face when you're trying to sleep for the
Yeah.
night shift. Also, getting vitamin D
I know I really should be good with supplements. but I don't,
regulates
yeah.
the melatonin or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all related, girl.
They're all in the body talking to each other.
And you shouldn't be sleeping less than 7 and no more than 9
Hours?
hours.
Okay.
I don't know of anyone that has slept more than 9 hours.
I mean, there are off days when like have you ever been tired? You just like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna, yeah. Once in a while, I think it's fine to
10
get that extra
hours.
rest in.
Yeah.
I've slept longer than that after working back to back shifts. Like it happens if you're exhausted. But I think on a regular day, I would hope most people are getting at least 7.
I know.
I feel like that would be Because six is not
It's
it.
not it.
Six, just no.
You can feel it. I can feel the difference.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
I just don't function. And then the headaches.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no. And you just feel drunk through the day. Like it's not. No, that's
Yo, I know what you're saying, especially from a night shift.
Yeah, like you just
You're
feel
like,
so ugh. Like no.
It's hard to describe, but it's like a drunk feeling.
It feels drunk.
Yeah.
Like you're just there existing. You're not really participating actively. You're just
You're just there.
I'm there in body. Sometimes I used to say that at work. I'm here. I'm physically here.
Am I existing right now? Kind of feeling, right? And then alcohol intake too before bed. It's
Oh
not
yes.
there.
Yes. Even though, isn't it funny because alcohol is a downer?
Yeah, but it wakes you up.
Yes.
Like
it doesn't-
you'll fall asleep and then you'll wake up in the middle of the night.
You don't sleep rested. No. Yeah.
Yeah. See, we covered so much.
That's good.
Yeah. Do you guys have any tips on how to better your sleep? Oh,
What?
mattress.
Ooh.
And your pillows.
Traditional versus, those roller. What do you have?
For the what? Mattress?
Yeah, mattress. Is it like, did it come rolled up? Or is it a hybrid?
What is a rolled
What is
up?
a hybrid?
Hybrid is spring and foam.
Spring and foam. Ooh, I didn't know there was both.
Just the foam is too hot.
Yes,
Memory foam.
the memory foam. It does get hot.
Like my legs right now.
What do you?
I can't.
Abby thinks she has a TV. Stop.
I hope not.
You don't. You've been sitting here calmly with us. What?
Depends if you're a side sleeper, back sleeper, stomach sleeper.
Oh, tell us more.
Like firmness.
Okay.
Research is claiming a new mattress. There's just so many things.
Yeah.
Where your pressure points are.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah,
god.
See, experts.
It can get yeah. Do you want to sit here?
I know. She's like our ghost writer, but speaking.
But yeah, I hope you guys learned something today.
But what do you sleep on? I want to know what mattress you have.
It's a hybrid, I think.
Both spring and foam?
Yes.
Yeah. And do you like it?
I don't mind it. I don't like too soft
Yes.
and I don't like too firm, just like in between.
Yeah.
And invest in good pillows.
Oh.
When I wake up and I'm stiff, it's time to change your pillows. And like start small. Like if you can, like if you just spend 10-15 minutes in the morning, just go for a walk, get your vitamin D, right?
Yeah.
That's small. And avoid your coffee after 2 p.m.
And it helps you
Meanwhile.
sleep because you tire yourself out. Is it after 2? This girl.
Oh my gosh. Well, that is it for our
Sleep chat?
Yeah.
Sleep chat.
Let us know if you have anything that you'd like to share.
To add.
Any tips that you do to sleep better. But yeah, prioritize your sleep. Like some people don't think it's important, but it's heck.
Oh my gosh, it's so important.
It's so important.
I feel like the older I've gotten, it's
Also, sleep paralysis. We'll see you guys on our next episode. Ciao.